Enlitic, we are a technology business utilizing AI tools to generate efficiencies out of standardizing messy imaging data. What we do results in a better experience and time savings for physicians such as radiologists, and also increased profitability for our clients such as the health systems and radiology reading groups. Our technology addresses a long-standing and entrenched problem within the healthcare system, and we're currently in the process of accelerating our commercial activities and growth, especially through the IPO. The problem is long-standing and it's enormous. What is not well understood is that about a third of all digital data that exists in the world is actually healthcare data. The challenge has been to extract the information and insights out of that healthcare data that allows us and patients and the health systems to benefit from that. Health data is often messy, especially in imaging. Data can be missing, data can be inaccurate, and sometimes it's not even real language. One person may call something a calf, and another person may call it a lower. And what our technology does is it standardizes that data into a universal language and structures it in such a way that you can interact with that data and extract the insights and the informations that we require for patients, for health systems, for potentially payers and insurers. And the benefit of that is it helps to lower the costs within the health system and increase the efficiencies with which that health system can operate. Within imaging, and when we talk about imaging, we mean things like CTs, X-rays, MRI scans. The data that arrives is often, as I mentioned, messy. What we do at Enlitic is we utilize AI tools such as natural language processing and computer vision in order to extract the information out of those images and out of the language based in that image package. We enrich that, and then we standardize that and repopulate that package of information. What that means is you now have a structured universal language. Something is called the same thing every single time. And now you have the ability to create, or we create, additional features and tools that allow us to extract value from that standardized data set in different ways. One example of that would be, for example, in the clinical setting, hanging protocols. So any of you who've watched House or have been to a doctor in the past will see potentially a light box where a nurse comes in and hangs up a number of X-rays. Those X-rays that are hung up on the board are in a particular order, and that is what's called a hanging protocol. The modern day version of that for a radiologist may be based on 6 or 8 screens. And what happens is they would like to open a study about a particular patient and have the information just populate in the right place. But as you can imagine, if the data is messy and the language is all over the place, you can't create a rules-based system to efficiently do that. And so a radiologist will spend on average 15 seconds to 90 seconds for a study, just finding the right piece of information and putting it in the right place before they can even start work. So you can imagine just that one use case in hanging protocols will save a radiologist and a health system time. And time means more scans can be read, more patients can be put through, and more revenue for an organization. Our target market are basically the large health systems and radiology reading groups around the world. There's about 20,000 of those, of which the target serviceable market that we see are the medium and large size organizations. That's about 12,000. Between those, just through our standardization technology, it is a multi-billion-dollar market. The additional features and use cases and products that we have that allow a system to extract more revenue or lower costs or generate better life quality for their employees will increase that substantially as we bring those to market over time. We have already been commercializing since 2022, and these relationships with health systems take time to build. And there is a need for trust and there is a need for experience, especially when the technology we are bringing from Enlitic is a first-to-market new category of solution. It takes a period of time to generate that experience. We have been accelerating that trajectory through 2023. We started the year with 1 client, and we have generated a pipeline in excess of 100 client relationships that have been evaluating our technology that is worth approximately just shy of $100 million in total contract value. The intent here, and certainly what we are continuing to do in that acceleration, is to convert that pipeline of relationships we built into paying customers. We intend to use those funds to continue to accelerate our growth, primarily through two main sets of activities. One is through our sales and commercialization, as I mentioned, in finalizing and converting that large pipeline that we built into revenue and into paying customers. And the second part of the use of funds is to continue to develop additional products and features and use cases that allow our clients to benefit further from that standardized data set that we've now created for them. There are a number of things that really excite me about Enlitic. I've been involved with the company since 2019, and when I was chairman. I have taken over since the beginning of this year as CEO of the business. And part of that was the recognition of just how impactful this technology can be. Our solutions at Enlitic are the first of kind and first to market, and they address a long-standing entrenched problem in healthcare around data. Being able to fix that problem allows us to create enormous efficiencies across the healthcare ecosystem. Part of what I mean by that is within healthcare, we have really a holy trinity. What are we trying to do? We want to be able to treat more patients. We want to be able to treat them with better clinical outcomes, and we want to be able to treat them for a lower cost. If you're able to do that, then you have a truly valuable solution for the healthcare market. And that is what we have created at Enlitic. Once you have standardized data, the ability to derive value that can impact multiple industries is really huge. And by that, what I mean is pharmaceutical drug development, medical device development, potentially clinical trial recruitment. And that standardized data allows you to address a number of issues that are even outside of imaging.